Look at this one, Johnny.
No.
Johnny Carson mastered late-night comedy for 30 years by turning monologue disasters into victories.
I'm still heavy. I can't lose any weight. Forget it, will you? I got a big appetite. Are you kidding?
Like to eat, huh?
Well, when I eat at McDonald's, I stand outside and watch the sign change. I mean, you're a big appetite.
These are Johnny Carson's funniest Tonight Show moments. Monologue has rough start but hilarious ending.
Now, the big question is, will Dan Quayle finish licking those envelopes in time to thank you for your support. Speaking of George Bush, the White House is going to have a new dog. What's the president's dog's name? No, Rex, yeah. No. Now I know what I'm up against. We got a cruel audience here. No, it was Rex. They used to have Lucky. Yeah. Reagan's had...
He loses his place, gets thrown off, and starts laughing at the mess himself, making the joke become the fact that everything is going wrong. Carnac the Magnificent.
First envelope.
May I have absolute silence, please, as I divine the...
Yes, hermetically sealed.
Yes, I understand that. I will divine the answer, even though the question has been sealed in
That
here.
means that no one could even open it up if they wanted to. Except you.
That's true. 1,000 clowns.
1,000 clowns.
That's what I said. Who put together the NBC fall schedule?
He stretches out every pause and makes the dumb answer feel huge, acting like the bit is far more serious than it really is, joking about the recent toilet paper shortage.
Of all the shortages we have, there's a gasoline shortage. You know what else is disappearing from the supermarket shelves? Toilet paper. Ha, you can laugh now. There is an acute shortage of toilet paper in the good old United States. We got to quit writing on it. But I want to tell you, it is serious. I just saw a commercial where, I know it's coming, where Mrs. Olson comes in with a shopping bag and the housewife says, forget the coffee, just give me the shopping bag. I want to tell you.
Johnny takes a strange real news story and treats it like a national crisis, staying calm and straight-faced while the subject gets more ridiculous. Karnak forgets everything.
Got anything? Wait a minute. Just a moment. Just a moment. Perhaps I can help, Carnac. Excuse me.
Just 1 second, yes.
He doesn't have the answer.
Karnak having strange vibes, not able to discern answers at this moment.
Would you like to do a commercial?
Possibly.
And give you a chance to gather your thoughts together. I know you've been away a long time. There's a lot of trouble in the East.
That's probably the
Yes.
problem, yes.
All right.
So,
We'll do this. We'll do this. Don't go away. Carnac will divine the answers to these questions.
Even Johnny's own character starts falling apart as the bit turns from normal Karnak routine into him trying to recover from missed lines, making fun of Doc Severinsen's floral jacket.
Let me put it, they were all lottery winners. They booed the more to come sign. I mean, it's... Anyway, I welcome you. Cute outfit. Cute. This is beautiful. Would that be considered a paisley? Is that
floral print?
Oh, really?
Jungle fever.
You're gutsy to wear a floral print. But is that very attractive, though?
You like this?
You carry that off. You can. You have the face that can wear that. I don't know what that means, but no.
He turns Doc's loud jacket into a whole running joke, poking at it in a playful way that never feels mean. Johnny and Ed argue with each other.
Yeah. But for 3 years, the bird never...
Yeah. Well, doesn't a shark continually swim? It never stops swimming. The shark never stops swimming. All its life.
What does that got to do with my
Well, I mean, this you say for the first 3 years. This is all its life. It never stops swimming.
But this bird is in the air.
This shark is in the water. Be silly to see a shark flying around.
Wait a minute, I fail to see the logic of this.
A shark never stops swimming.
A shark is buoyed by the water, its own weight. It can rest and move. But in the air, I mean, you know, it's one thing to do this for 3 years. It's another to do this.
I see what you mean.
You see the difference?
I see the difference.
They sound like two friends who've been annoying each other forever with back and forth that feels loose, but maintains sharp comedic rhythm. Johnny Carson plays Ronald Reagan.
Morning, Mr. President.
Well, good morning, Jim. Just sit down there.
Yes, sir. Mr. President, your press conference is scheduled to begin in an hour, so we only have a short time for me to brief you on the kind of subjects that the press may throw at you.
Well, now, the environment is on their minds, and I'm sure they'll ask me about my Secretary of the Interior.
What?
I said I'm sure they'll ask me about my Secretary of the Interior.
What?
Johnny plays Reagan with gentle accuracy, making the confusion land through earnest delivery rather than exaggeration. Audience member gets more laughs than Johnny.
No, Rex, yeah. Now I know what I'm up against. We got a cruel audience here. No, it was they used to have Lucky. Yeah. Reagan's had... I'm dying. The guy in the audience is scoring big. No, they had Lucky. They sent him out to the ranch in Santa Barbara, and then they got Rex. Right. They're going to have a new... The dog is called Millie. Millie! Yes, Millie. Millie. Now, you didn't know about Millie because he was kept out of the spotlight during the campaign because Bush was fighting that wimp image. So they didn't want him to have a dog named Millie. He was replaced temporarily by a pit bull named Butch.
Johnny gets upstaged and knows it right away, but instead of fighting the crowd, he leans into it and lets the joke be on him. The classic Karnak appearance.
I just thought to myself, you've been visiting us now for 20 years.
That is true.
Wonderful when you come to visit us. It's always so enlightening for us. I hold in my hands the envelopes. A child of 4 could see these envelopes are hermetically sealed. They've been kept in a mayonnaise jar in Funkenwagnall's porch since noon today. No one knows the contents of these envelopes, but you, in your mystical and borderline divine way, will ascertain the answers to the questions, having never foreseen the question. Isn't that true, sir?
If Karnak has time after that explanation, yes. We'll be padding your part.
Nice to tell them what you're going to do before you do it.
He milks the entrance, the envelope, and the answer for every laugh he can get, knowing exactly how long to wait before dropping the punchline. Johnny later confessed, performing it like a full event, even though it was simple on paper, showed why Carnac became such a famous character. Carnac the Magnificent 1980 appearance.
Thank you.
You are all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome once again. I hold in my hands the envelopes. A child of 4 can plainly see these envelopes are hermetically sealed. They've been kept in a mayonnaise jar on Funkenwagnall's porch since noon today. No one knows the answers inside the envelopes, but you, in your mystical and borderline divine way, will ascertain the answers having never even seen the questions.
Blow.
This is another strong Karnak clip because Johnny stays locked into the character throughout the entire segment, giving the bit that slow, dramatic build that always helped land the jokes harder. Each envelope gets treated with the same mystical reverence regardless of how absurd the prediction actually is. Carson's 1980 monologue.
That was really good, but maybe one of these days we'll have them simultaneously. Yes, that's right. Give me that again. I like that. And now a Lucky Strike Extra from... I do it every time, but I can't. Oh, you sound in a wild, crazed mood tonight. Yeah. Texas firefighter Red Adair just succeeded in getting Ronald Reagan's birthday cake under control. It was not easy, I'll tell you.
This monologue exemplifies how strong Johnny was standing alone at center stage telling jokes with relaxed confidence. His timing remains precise despite the casual appearance, as he lets each laugh breathe before moving forward. The material covers current events filtered through accessible humor that doesn't require specialized knowledge. Art Fern loses his mustache.
Hello there. Hi, feature film freaks. Art Fern here with today's feature film find. Gene Barry, Gene Crane, Gene Autry, Gene Siskel, and Pecco, the Wonder Parrot, in Superman Flies Both Ways. But first, friends, are you sick of living in a small city apartment? Is the only green in your life on that 5-year-old package of Velveeta in the fridge? Are the only open spaces you see between your wife's teeth? Did you force your son to come out of the closet simply because you needed an extra room? Then maybe it's time you considered buying a second home in the most exciting new land development in the state of California. I'm talking, of course, about what's under here, friends. Yes, the lovely San Andreas Village Estates.
Art Fern was one of Johnny's funniest recurring characters because he fully committed to the sleazy local commercial pitchman persona. In this clip, the mustache adhesive fails mid-sketch, turning a normal tea-time movie bit into visual catastrophe. The mustache starts peeling from one corner while Johnny delivers lines about used cars or discounted furniture. He tries subtly pressing it back with his finger without breaking character, but gravity wins. The camera operators notice and zoom in slightly, capturing every moment of the mustache's slow death. Johnny's eyes reveal he knows exactly what's happening, but Art Fern's pitch must continue at all costs. Ed McMahon, sitting nearby, struggles visibly not to laugh, which makes the audience laugh even harder. The script about fictional sponsors becomes completely secondary to the unfolding facial disaster. Johnny incorporates the failing mustache into his hand gestures, finding reasons to touch his face. The deliberately cheap production values of the commercial parody bits add perfect context for this malfunction. His professionalism shines as he salvages comedy from what could have been embarrassing failure. Karnak makes some predictions.
I shall divine the answer to this question.
Yes. Having never...
Snoopy and Woodstock.
Snoopy and Woodstock.
Who's running the state of California while Jerry Brown is out campaigning for president? The friendly skies of United. Where does Mary Hartman live? Carnac must have quiet while he divines answers.
Yes. Getting a lot of it tonight.
In the eye.
Johnny treats the inherently silly prediction like he's announcing world-changing prophecy, taking deliberate time with every gesture. He holds the sealed envelope to his turbaned forehead with mystical concentration, suggesting actual psychic powers. The costume department's turban and cape help sell Karnak's supposed supernatural authority. His voice deepens noticeably when channeling the answer, adding false gravitas to complete nonsense. The Snoopy reference connects the bit to contemporary pop culture everyone recognized. Pairing it with Taxi Driver creates unexpected and absurd cultural collision. Carson's facial reaction to his own revealed answer suggests even Karnak is mildly surprised by the prediction. The audience groans and laughs simultaneously, recognizing the terrible pun they should have anticipated. Johnny takes mock offense at the audience reaction, extending the bit through wounded mystical pride. Ed's serious defense of Karnak's accuracy adds another comedy layer to the absurdity. The pause before opening the envelope stretches just long enough to build perfect anticipation. Karnak, Yahoo Serious, and Turner and Hooch.
Rugs, fish batter, and SNL executives. Name 3 things that should be beaten every Friday. M&M, M&M, M&M.
M&M, M&M, M&M.
How does Mel Tillis say the motel's on fire?
Johnny maintains complete mystical seriousness despite the material referencing an obscure Australian director and a dog cop movie. He never rushes the punchline, letting the room come to him through patient theatrical timing. Yahoo Serious being referenced shows Karnak's topical nature tied to late 1980s pop culture. Turner and Hooch, representing Tom Hanks's pre-Oscar film career, adds specific cultural context. The absurd pairing of these two unrelated references creates humor through sheer randomness. Carson's mystical pretense never cracks, regardless of whether the joke actually lands. His deliberate pacing allows audience anticipation to build properly before the reveal. The envelope opening becomes its own dramatic moment, complete with mystical hand gestures. Ed's completely straight delivery of the question after Carson announces the answer maintains format integrity. Johnny occasionally shows the tiniest hint of satisfaction at particularly clever wordplay. The Karnak character gave him permission to tell objectively terrible jokes with dignity. The format's predictability paradoxically kept it fresh through Carson's variable timing and expressions. The Karnak Complete segment.
Having trouble divining this one? All right. Yeah.
Sis-boom-bah.
Sis-boom-bah.
Describe the sound made when a sheep explodes.
This works because Johnny holds each beat with absolute precision, letting anticipation build before releasing the punchline. The Sis-boom-bah answer became one of Karnak's most quoted predictions, demonstrating the bit's cultural penetration. Johnny's setup involves elaborate mystical ceremony treating each sealed envelope like ancient sacred artifact. He adjusts the turban carefully before beginning, suggesting it channels actual supernatural power. Carson's voice drops an octave when receiving visions, adding theatrical drama to the moment. The envelope gets held aloft dramatically before being placed against his forehead. His eyes close and face contorts as if receiving painful psychic transmissions from beyond. Ed stands perfectly still, playing the serious announcer, despite the ridiculous proceedings. The sealed envelope gets examined from multiple angles, building unnecessary suspense. Carson tears it open with ceremonial care, revealing the answer with prophetic authority. Sis-boom-bah gets delivered like profound mystical truth rather than cheerleader chant. Ed then asks the corresponding question with perfect deadpan timing. Describe the sound made when a sheep explodes? The answer's childish silliness contrasts beautifully with Johnny's grave mystical delivery throughout. Carson maintains character dignity through the exit, proving his commitment to even the dumbest material. The complete segment from entrance through exit shows the full Karnak ritual audiences came to love. His willingness to commit fully to objectively stupid jokes elevated them into legitimate comedy art. Johnny Carson proved that the greatest late-night comedy comes from perfect timing, unwavering commitment to absurd characters, and the ability to turn disasters into victories while making it all look effortless. Which Johnny Carson Tonight Show moment do you think was the funniest? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more legendary Johnny Carson moments.